Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of your good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org. Your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We're also made possible with sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. And, of course, Hades and Hellfire. Dark Secret has claimed 2 lives as hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, a cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Woo! Good morning and happy Monday, all. Apologies for the slight late start. My alarm did not go off when it was supposed to, so I woke up with about a minute to go. So this isn't too bad of a start. Let's go into this weekend's accountability. This has been a very busy weekend. Saturday, I spent a whole lot of time doing things that were needed around the house. I had to deal with getting some information, being that not that an acquaintance of mine passed, and while he passed, a large number of my friends were very close to him, so I've had to make myself available, which took a bit out of me. But these things happen. We deal with them. Now, Sunday was much more active. I got to see one of my students, my fencing students, and more widely known, one of my gamers, not someone here, graduate. And it's always interesting to go to a high school graduation of people who maybe you don't know so well. I'm sorry. The emotions are so high, and I obviously I know I student well, and actually, uh, uh, Grimm's twin brother was there. I got to see him walk to and spend a lot of time, basically snuggled next to Grimm. It was a very, very nice ceremony and all. But being at a high school where you don't know anyone, a high school event that is, or very few people, and just seeing the faces and watching people interact is very Jane Goodall esque. It's very inspiring and inspired to listen to people talk about the future. I heard what one would biblically call raising a joyful noise, but in this case, towards the vaguest direction of the national anthem I have ever heard. The electric guitarist was pretty darn good. I will give him that. The vocal selection was certainly vocal. Beyond that, it was oddly interesting. It was one of those days where strange things happened in strange sequence. But I'm sorry, I admit to being slightly out of it, and I will explain after the break a little bit more on that from my sudden and violent arousal this morning. But watching people realize these people are all starting their lives. And in the case of my friend slash student slash one of my gamers, she's already signed on to join the military, which is a very unique feeling thing. Because I support the United States military fiercely. And I do wish to remind folks that whatever you feel about the politicians, as an American, and trust me, I feel about the politicians, we must never let that negatively reflect the servicemen and women on whom our safety does, in fact, depend. I spent a lot of time with Vietnam veterans, in part because my father served in Vietnam. And I've had the privilege of, as a sword instructor, working with several veterans, a number of which came back with PTSD. But one thing that I grew up hearing stories, and even in the 80s, there were still people kind of very, very vocal, and later, about how they chose to treat the American soldiers who went and came back. I say this because I will not idly stand by and allow the mistreatment of someone who is willing to lay down their life in defense of this country, and frankly, in defense of us, because we do not agree with the politics of the regime at hand, however and whyever that is. but it's also very strange when it's someone you've known for about half a decade and watched go from being a very small, you know, an awkward, uh, 12-year-old just trying to figure out how basic D&D works to a competent 18-year-old, well, soon to be 18-year-old woman. It's strange. And I love my gamers. I love my kids. I'm very protective of them, and so I'm very protective of anyone who comes into my circle that way. So it hit funny. The mix of hope and dread and practical concern. And I think that's only natural. But like I said, I got to see Grimm, found out how they're doing, got to have a slushie, wander the wonderful streets of Fowler briefly on the way home, and hang out with the family. So it was a good weekend. I got some other stuff Saturday done that's geared towards work. And I heard something, and I wanted to bring it up with you guys. Basically, the idea that sometimes, this is a dangerous idea, sometimes action has to predate thought for accomplishment. And it was based on a discussion of a throwaway line from the movie Iron Man, where he said, sometimes you have to run before you can walk. And that it's, if you try to predict every possible outcome and seek perfection, not only will you not get there, you will lose the benefit of learning from the failures. One moment, you rat fink. Anyway, for the benefit from the failures. Now, that means sometimes you just have to get out there and try. And that hit me really, really hard to achieve something, knowing you're going to goof up. I have a borderline pathological fear of a certain type of failure, certain type of mistake, because it might cost money, no matter how incremental or insignificant that money is. It is probably the single greatest limiter that I have in my production. Far more so than my familial requirements or my own malfunctions, mental and physical malformations. The hesitance and fear of what will this cost if I screw up. And this is a product. This is a direct copy, a direct result of what I like to call economic trauma. Because when you've lived tight enough that screwing up something that could be profitable would and could also mean failing to be able to eat. You could lose your house if you screw up. You could lose everything if you screw up. It is a leaden cloak that I sometimes have to remember is there, and that theoretically I can slough off. And when in those moments I do, miracles happen, because that's the matter of faith, is putting down the greatest waste of imagination, being worry. And that is the great challenge, because it's easy to have faith in others. It's easy to have faith in the wonders you see others make and building them up, seeing the potential of others. It is very difficult to have faith in one's own potential at certain key points. And as I've navigated recent events, those I speak of and those I do not, I realize I am somewhat convicted of that doubt, that concern. And I always come to you guys, warts and all. If I make a mistake, like, say, shoot, my alarm didn't go off and I had to run like a madman, I let you know what happened. Because I believe the only way we can grow together is by being honest. And in that honesty, I find it builds a better foundation to understanding so that we can grow. It is very clear, it is very important, and it is very necessary for growth. I also want to point out that we have something to celebrate. That our dear Cat Rothermel, who I don't believe is in the chat, and that's okay, I'm hoping she's sleeping because she needs it, made it through her surgery. And I'm still wishing her the happiest of recoveries. And I hope that she can get back to a lifestyle that suits her and brings her joy very soon. So, there is that. Beyond all that today, I have to kind of loosen up, because tomorrow is the start of summer reading at the Benton County Public Library. And that bears great matter, because part of that means I will be spending the day for I'm sorry, I just saw somebody come in the chat, and I can't skip ahead in the chat, but I'm really, really happy to see them in the chat. But anyway, I'll spend the day drawing the kids. I usually do between 25 and 40 portraits or caricatures, animified pictures of the kids, and it is one of the highlights of my year. And right now I could use some highlights, so I'm very much looking forward to it. But before I can do all that, I have two things to rectify. I have to do a minor wardrobe change, because apparently the cats nested in the shirt I laid out for my for getting ready today, and I didn't realize that. So the entire interior of my undershirt is completely filled with cat hair. And not only am I rather allergic to cat hair, yes, I have all the cats in the world. Yes, I love them dearly. But the itch is massively distracting and bordering on medieval torture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a commercial, And during that commercial, I'm going to do something about that situation very briefly. And then we'll get on. I'll check the chat, see how you guys are doing. And then maybe bonus art just so I can keep loosened up for tomorrow. Hope that sounds good. And I will see you all after this word from our dear Trelena Bachman. So just under a minute. Be right back. Alrighty. Woo! That helps quite a bit. Now we're going to hop into the comments real quick, blast through those, and then we may do some art. If anybody has suggestions, requests, whatever, this is a freebie. I'm not really, well, you know what? I might just bang out some stuff to be Wednesday show grade in case I'm sore after doing all that art, which is really good idea. Good idea, Nick. So let's go through the comments. First to the door is Carl Witzman. Good morning, everyone. Guten Morgen. Buen dia. Hi. It is a morning. It is a Monday. We'll see how they come together. Hey, Witzman, dude. Accountability. Looking forward to tomorrow. Terhope. Listen to Don, who said to say rhymes with boat. And we have Month's event in our town on the 20th. Wonderful. Let me double check something. I just found out something that makes me very happy. Okay. Hi, sweetie. We are safe from the flash floods here, except waters knocked down a gate and loosed 7 or 8 emus on the community. I'll go out later to Muncie and hunt for emu. Oh my gosh, it's happened again. Near the Garden of the Gods National Forest, apparently there was an emu farm years and years ago that let loose possibly their entire flock. We're not sure. However, there has been a point of discussion that there may in fact be a secret breeding colony of emu wandering the national forest. Just remember who won the Great Emu Wars. Was it the last loose emu at large for over 2 years? Something like that. Hey, let's go. Let's breed some Koepp and we'll ride them into the sunset. And hey, Donna. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Lankard. How are you? Hey, Grant. And then YouTube Watch. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, dear Lord. Did it bump to 12 p.m. again? Sorry about that. And I think that's the link to Puppet History. Oh, yes. The Puppet History on the Great Australian Emu Wars is incredible. I do love Puppet History, although tragically it can get far more vulgar and uncomfortable on certain subjects for little man. But it's a great show for those of us who like our education on the bite-sized and torrid. Give me some of that history. That's my favorite kind. Yep, Grant. And good morning, friends. It It's a brand new day. Proceed with caution. Yeah, it has about the time that our dear friend Angelina hit that button, I rolled over in bed and looked at the clock. We need to ditch times, and I'll go to UTC, Greenwich Mean Time. Angelina. Well, let's just get rid of daylight savings times and start there. And Angelina, I want to sing the Angelina song. Angelina, Angelina, we love you, Angelina. Okay, I capped a Muncie yesterday. Cool. I'm actually starting to remember. It was a virtual one. There were more nearby, but it's raining. I didn't want to get out of the car. Fair and just. The storms that hit the area were brutal. We lost power during the program. Yes. I know. I do not require your services. I am not going to do that. I like the way my computer is set up right now. Okay, sorry. Good morning. And what are munchies that look like briefcases? What's the next Muncie stream? I have questions, lots of questions. But they only last a few hours. She'll have to ask Dawn when she gets here. She has keys to the clubhouse. Nick should be here any time now. Hi, hey. Angelina, feel free to PM me questions in the meantime. Don't forget to like and share, folks. Hey, Nick. Hey. Hey, Donna. Good morning. And Three Rivers Con was okay, but I did talk to a publisher who seemed interested in publishing the memoirs of the morbid trade. Now, that would be very good news. I hear that book's an homage. There's that word again. Anyway. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. And greetings to Dawn. And yes, I'm sorry. I'm still, my brain is still running around the house. So, morning, Dawn. I actually missed clicking that. And Dawn Dulas is, of course, a mistress mind. Behind the adventures of Buddy and Georgette, whom you can read about on Facebook, fan art included, the Cat Wiggles brand toys, and due to the situation incurred by her and her boyfriend's significant other, Ted, during his very unfortunate, kind of rapid onset throat cancer, they took a huge financial hit. And if you would consider buying a t-shirt, the money would help them greatly. The URL is right there. Someone else will, as usual, throw the link in the chat. Always good to see you. And here we go. Where is my donut? There we go. Nice, Grant. Good morning, Dawn and Grant. And Nick, hey! I'm having a very Monday. Greetings. And Sarah, I told you I saw somebody I was excited. Sarah, free thinker. Listening since how long? Sorry if I don't say hi to you guys personally. Listening for now. Hi. All the love in the world, my dear Sarah. Things have been completely insane of late, but we need to get on a chatting arc again. Hey, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. I don't believe we've met, but greetings. Oh, I forgot to tell you that I met up with my writers group again last week. Oh, did you? It's been a while since I've seen those jerks. LOL. Well, while you guys are assigning that, I am going to do a couple things because we are rough enough. I can run an ad and let's see. What ad do I want to run? I think I will run the Muncie ad. Be back in just under a minute.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Muncie, we want to Muncie, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Muncie, we've got to Muncie. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Muncie is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Muncie, we want to Muncie, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Muncie, we got to Muncie. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
Never eat and drink on your streams, they say. It's unprofessional, they say. Mwaha! Amateurs! Until you've taken naps on screen and had no one notice you and popped up the conversation, until you've had power outages and feline failures, you can't interrupt. No, you can't hold the forces of animation against me. Alrighty. Did I tell you my story about that? My writers group dissolved probably because somebody wrote a story viewed as pro-Israel anti-Palestine. It got pretty petty. Wow, politics hit that hard. However, sometimes you hear something you just need to walk away from, folks. Hello, Grant. Sarah, yikes. Ooh, I didn't know you were Sarah. Chair. Nice seeing you again. What's new? Had to look at the people in the chat to see if there was a new person. Brain not braining. Any idea when I'll be hearing from you, Sarah? Please, Sarah, you need to come down here. Dawn Angelina wants to know when the next Muncie show is. Immediately following this program. No, unfortunately not. But I might just do the necessary art now. That way I know it is in place, and we will hide that. So a lot is new, but here, as long as your black little heart beats for me, I can tolerate anything, my dear Sarah. Plus, I actually may need to get you and Grim together in the near future. But while we're doing that and enjoying the situation we have at hand, we need some music. So I'm gonna get some. Whoa! I'm not gonna blow your ears out that hard. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have Monday morning art just as a warm up, and I just I might. Yeah, I need to hear about you and the BKM situation, because I've been gleefully excited for quite some time to hear from you. I don't know if I shared them on Facebook. I know I've neglected several of my streams, including my art streams, my DeviantArt. But I have had the privilege of some truly gorgeous skies that I got to see. So I'm going to just get a nice kind of varied blue here using a swirly method, and then just light pressure on the old airbrush tool to get a sky going. And then we're going to start pretty stout, because I want to do this. I want to do that. You know what? I think I am. I think I'm going to stick. Trying to remember the cloud formations that I saw. There were so many, and they were so beautiful that I almost had to stop my car. And I would have, but I was a bit of a mess. There we go. Now, this is going to be one of those pictures where I'm not doing a lot with the layers at all. I'm just going to be trying to add the relevant details. I'm trying to stick to a chunk of a huge fog formation that really moved me. Because it was so layered. I don't think I got a picture of it because I think I was driving. So I'm going to be working with it for a bit to try to get the feel. You'll find grant user changes due to the act going on. No worries. I at least need the Cliff's Notes version when you get a chance, Sarah. Yep. Because I need to know all the details. I may have stuff in my messenger. Yes, nudge. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Because, yes, there's a lot going on. And I have a lot to do right now. And I'm excited for it, but it means I have a lot to do and a lot to prep for. Plus, at the end of the month, if you can, and there are a couple, if you basically look up vendor passes, you might be able to score a few more. But the American Library Association convention is coming to Chicago at the end of the month. And if you get a chance, let's do dark yet. There we go. If you get a chance, I sincerely hope that you make it out to it, because it is an incredible event. If all goes well, I may get to go out for a day. I say may because a lot of it depends on the standard time. No, I don't like where that's going. You stop. There we go. There we are. Need a more muted brown for the base. There we go. Now, this, make sure you get all the way to the edge. And nudge. Oh, I bet you can. I bet you can nudge. But I'm very much in the mood to draw. And what I will do is I will do some of these paintings, and then I will see if they cut almost hard shoe. It's funny. I swear someone has put some type of curse on Kentland, Indiana, because every time it rains, it just looks like it is bombing Kentland, Indiana. Absolutely just slamming into it. And awesome. but so much it would overtake the chat. Well, yeah. There we go. Man, worst comes to worst, you could always request an unscheduled green room. Oops. Let's see. How is this coming? This isn't coming bad. Not bad at all. Now, I kind of wish I would have started the whole thing. Well, I could do that. Do I wish I'd started the whole thing? Yeah, let's see. I may end up actually moving this higher. Let me add another layer, and we are going to blend mode soft light. See if I can just play with the radiance just a bit. And that's going to give me both the slight hardening of the clouds that I need to get the inner structure and play with the light that was coming across. And as I recall, there was a certain bluish light aspect like that. Yes, I do. I do this in the hollows. Starting to look right. And we get there. So what else are all you guys' plans for the week? I know there's a Muncie event. I know, obviously, Benton County Public Library is starting their summer reading program. The kids get free art. Do we like that? I think we like that. Wow, Grant. One last thing. Boy, it sounds like they really messed with our good buddy Grant. Dear Lord, man. I'm sorry you have such a difficult and trying time only for the concert to be canceled. I mean, it hasn't been the same since you kind of ghosted out. Many of us have been worried about you, dear. Because for a while there, I was really looking forward to you being a semi-local. Oh, we like that. Really lets you play. Lets you play the cloud structure. So this is a nice kind of quasi-tonal cloud study. Let's see. I'm also groggy, if we're going to be honest, because I got woke up because at 3 a.m. suddenly Xander needed the nail clippers. Yeah, I'm not going to bring up the comments, but some people, especially if they are racially motivated or cruel that way. They really, really set up for a tragedy, because not only it's their ignorance hurting their lives and affecting the lives of people around them, it's it's financially unwise. If I were a rich man, da 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 da. Okay. Here, I'll do this. Grab the whole thing. This is what spoils me the most about digital art. Being able to go, oh, see, that's the problem. I use multiple layers, and I did that before I was going to do. We'll hit cancel there. We will take this one, and we will merge it with the layer below. Do we like that? I do not. I do not like what that did. So I'm going to undo that. That took away the etherealness. Okay, so I'm not going to move it. We're just going to keep it where it is. Woohoo! The art has declared. And now I need another layer. I need hard brush. I need a very specific kind of color. And I need a size. Yeah, okay. Which almost straight describes so many people I know. Anyway, and then we're going to add just the tiniest bit of tree line and shrubbery. Out here. Oops. Oh, that's fine. I don't want it to be too take a light brown. I'm going to very carefully add some dash. Just get that in. Get that little bit through, covered up. Because this is all about setting the scale. What did you like that? That's not something. That's the problem. And this is, I'm working at minutia. Anyone would notice, but I do. And when I get this way, I do like to just sort of dial in on it. Little tiny tractor doing its thing. How's that look? Wow. But I think I have a really nice warm-up painting. I like the feel of it. And it's very, very close to how the storms, thank you, hit. It's also going to be very challenging to sign. Just because, scaling is a factor. I hit my signature a little bit. Okay. Put up as it is. I am squinting instead of just zooming. Not bad. That goes there. I like that one. Save. Save as. The shifting colors of approaching dusk. I was working on redoing some artwork and making new, finishing up new shoots. Actually, you know what? This is silly. I'll just have a free range one. So what I will do is export ping of this. Rotate Ruby. Look real quick. 15, 17, 19. Cool. Okay. That means I can come here. I do like Gabriola as a font. It's one of my favorites, but not for this. We have a bit of tradition over here, and I tend to like a good tradition, unless the mood really hits me. Once in a while I'll shift it, but this one does not feel like it needs that. So we'll go back to our buddy Papyrus. And we will... So if I do this, first, I'm all warmed up. And we are set. Nevermind the Furthermore. Yeah! And the more? Yeah, let's do the typo dance. Cool. Actually, I want to move that up. I like the size, it just needed to be scrolled about. Diamond. We'll go File, Export Single Layer, JPEG, NTF 615 26. Oh no, I may be a little bit ahead. This makes a good project, good first picture. And I'll just bang these out. Anybody have any thoughts on the next one? While we're trying to figure out thoughts on that one and how to avoid being a jerk at concerts, because apparently some concert runners really aren't getting it, we are going to run an ad for, you know what I haven't run? I'm going to run Thesis' summer ad.
Welcome, friends. I'm Lloyd at Thesis, and this is my TS. Come join me every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time as we discuss Chinese culture, history, philosophy, and of course, martial arts. You can find me at youtube.com/BLADETH3SIS. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, or the drink of your choice, and join the discussion.
Because breakfast thus far has not been 3 inhaled chocolate chip cookies and some Diet Mountain Dew. Let's see, any comments? Nope. Just that the other one was beautiful and it looked good. Thank you. You fix this because that will drive me nuts. Okay. Well, I am feeling sketchy. I'm feeling dry. So let's do something with that. First, let's get a picture of the color that is not pure blinding. Oh, look, it's Caucasian now. That's fine. It was a little too white for me. Now, add another layer before I get mad at myself. Actually, I'm going to pull that down a little bit. It's summer. Dude, get a tan. There we are. Nice dark paper. Now, get the pencil out and get a good pencil color. Oh, back there. Let's. Yeah, that's not a good pencil color at all. That's a pencil color. Alrighty. What are we drawing? Oh, good morning, Houston Dave. I need to spend more time on Twitch and other shows. Mute that. I had stuff. Oh, let me look. I have lots of pictures, just none of them are hitting what I need to be drawing today. I might do some sapphic art for Pride, but I have to find the right poster and I have to find the right mood. And I don't think this is the right place. So now we're just kind of cruising loose. Hey, and if the cats have to tear you away, I understand. See, I know that little man is going to sleep in today. Because like I said, he woke me up at 3 a.m. with the extreme close face of, Dad, I need nail clippers. Okay, son. I don't think he, in fact, needed nail clippers. I think he just did not want to be awake. I hate that ear. Go away, ear. I'll come back and visit you later. Boring. We'll get some sketchy. Nick, you did start the music. I know. I'll start the music. Put the eye sockets in at least. I almost want to keep it sketchy. I don't know. There may be an overhead view if I can find my little holder of some art in the very near future, where I will take the just camera and point down. I also may be doing some woodworking in the fairly near future. More on that as it all occurs. That's not a line I like. There we go. There. It's just a little bit more cheekbone. Yep. Look at that. Do that. What kind of hair do I want to give her? Heck, I'm not even sure about the ears right now. I'm just trying to find the vibe I need. And knowing Sarah's instantly makes me want to gothify this picture so badly. But I'm also apparently in a slightly, hey, let's draw something cute. So I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Okay, what you missed, Dave? Here, I'll show you. Obviously, there's a version without the Nevermind the Furthermore, but I want to do something really kind of chill with the cloud bank I saw driving home. Really, it's really just a nice relaxing picture. I am, like I said, I've been planning to do more art here anyway. And, slightly tinker with my style. So you're going to see some different things happening. I love the way working on this looks because it looks so I don't know, like historic. This shoulder's pretty high. Let's do this. Normally I have a better idea of what a character's doing, but right now she's just kind of chilling. Get rid of that. I don't want her to be excessively busty. I mean, they're going to be present because I am drawing an elf girl, which should, Thesis can totally delight in that one. But I haven't quite decided. Yeah, let's get a little Pixar mom with it. Get what I'm saying? Hair type body plan. We can work with that. Almost. I need my jam. Oh, I understand that. Taking a cat nap is a beautiful thing. Mandy kept me up way too late till I had to tell her, no, we're not watching any more shows. Because... addiction to Chinese period dramas. This. It's been a while since I've done some really bouncy spring curls. They're very fun. We'll do some spring curls on her. Do some spring curls on her. Spring curls are fun. See, she has goblin ears. She has cute goblin ears. So I might just use cute goblin energy. It's been a while since I've done that. That would give me a green base to color off of, which could be fun. We're getting somewhere. Although goblins are usually more short stacky than this. I'm not sure. I'm wondering, Grant, if you're still in the chat, are you ever going to do a crossover where your cryptids bump into something from Memoirs of the Morbid? For lack of a better phrase, a Halloween episode of League of Cryptids. Even just for fun, that could be a thing, Yeah, see, the anchor point. I'll figure out what I'm doing wrong. I just have to. The anchor points. Anchor point on this ear is a little high. Let's lean it off. Okay, I get what's wrong. This ear has to be shorter because yeah. There we go. Okay. Now I am really kind of paper dolling this character so that I have room for outfit design. I'm probably going to have to do some more animified caricatures just as a warm-up for how many I'm going to do. Okay, do that. Now I have to think about what kind of outfit I want to put her in, because I am thinking very much in the terms of something vaguely gothic. I just want to do something with her hat, but I want to try to go directions possibly different than where I usually go. I'm not sure. Let me check something. Oh, I could. Let's see how much time we have. I'm good. Hey, you have a good one, Carl. I understand if you guys have this stuff. But we can work with some things. Do this. Do this. Well, she could be drab. She's a dark elf. And she's very overdressed. But it does give me an excuse to play with coloring and things. We want a concept we can do. That piece. Go in. We'll get there. Just take me a minute. And I'm still not happy with that here. So not. What do we have here? Oh. Okay. I got a comment for somebody I've heard from in a while. Right now, this is a hand. It's going to be out over here. But, and it doesn't need to be perfect because we're still very much at the sketch phase. Now we'll go back to what I was looking at. Okay. Her head's a little too big. Because I wasn't sure what I was drawing when I started. Her head's a little too big. But we can play with the scaling just a bit. A little bit more. Okay. How? That works. Because my brain was halfway between Hobbit, I Goblin, and halfway between drop. I am going to spend a lot of time drawing lace at some point because I suck at drawing lace. Now, I could cheat. I have cheats, especially for lace. But I may just have to do studies on lace. Do that, not just make life a little simpler on me later. We're going to do this. We're going to ruffle that out. Do this, and let's ruffle that out. Then, under this darker ruffle thing, we're going to have a much lighter ruffle. We'll just get her in. Oh, I have so much to do. I have another project I'm going to inflict on myself, which I'm looking forward to doing, but at the same time I'm a little nervous about. Oh yeah, hey, you get some sleep if you need it. Can I name 10 movie titles with the word Blade in it? Given time, probably. We'll do the Blade 2, Blade Trinity. I mean, that knocks out the first 3. I know there was Sword of the Valiant. I know Blade of Vengeance. I know a bunch more, but I don't. I know they exist, but I'm not pulling them out. He may have defeated me rather instantly with that particular challenge. See, I will show you guys something. If I go, where is that? Where does that live? I have. Where does that live? Decorations. I have lots of lace I can use. And see, that's the kind of stuff I would like to do. And I have a frill, and I can do these. See, I could just go if I wanted to, but that would be cheating. Now, I might leave that lace up there as a reference. But yeah. Let's see, do I have any other? Nope. But I do have that lace. And I have a lot of effects I can just yoink. But, okay, she's looking at that. She's looking at the lace. But and that tells me what a large part of my problem has been trying to draw lace. So I'm just not detailed enough. So yeah, I'm going to spend some time doing lace in the near future. And then it's jaggedy on the top. This, I'll be honest, I have mixed feelings about lace because lace is so scratchy. So, like, for me to find a we're going to do this so that there's no doubt on the modesty placard. There we go. But that being said, I'm also going to do this. Give a little love to Team Thick Thighs Save Lives. No, I don't want that color. Give me my color back. Thank you. I'm just going to have to get my practice in. But kind of dark, slightly gothy, because, you know, we had the Joy of Sarah around, and as soon as my Duchess of Darkness shows up, I am compelled to get just a little this. I am going to do erase this though. Yeah, I don't think that. I need a large eraser though. There we go. So I can do that. And I've already looked at that lace and basically got the vibe of it. So much to clean up. That's good. It's good practice to force me to clean up instead of simply draw over, because this is much closer to what I'm going to be doing. I mean, obviously not this art style. I only get to do things like this if nobody comes in. I'm going to expansively play with hair. Blade Runner, Sling Blade. Nice! I should have thought Blade Runner. My brain keeps screaming, you know, something like the Crimson Blade of Captain Kidd. A title like that. The Blade of Zorro. I know that's a title. Keep it simple for now. This stuff. This is one of those that I think I'm going to keep the pencils and just really, really focus on cleaning it up a bit. I'm going to have to get rid of all that to make the image work. And that's, oops, went too far. That line was supposed to be there. But this part wasn't. I still don't know. I may ink it. Excuse me. Okay. Things I can get away with when I'm to sleep are so nice. Yep, we can add some spidery lace because I love spidery lace. Not just because it's easy to draw, but it's so character building. You know what? I think I'll give these kind of like the detached harem sleeve look. Then I'll apply the same kind of closure as this business here. Right here. I might add stripes. Striping. Lots of detail just makes things interesting. I find anyway. Like my plans for today are very stay home and clean, which is not in itself that bad. I don't know if I like this the choice of the spiked bracelets. I may do something else. Heard rumors of an Essence Sesame CD out, new album. I might have to acquire that. Now, I have so much reading to do with that virtually. Speaking of reading, what are you guys reading right now? What are your in-progress books? Go. I want to try something. Oh, I switched pens. That's why things aren't working right. Well, I'm going to try the actual pencil real quick. Maybe just use that for a bit of shape. Actually, here, let me undo this. Because I want to do this on a separate layer. I'm going to play with the pencil. I want to play safe. There we go. I'm actually quite liking this right now because this feels very graphic. This one's like a go. When I get the little triangle duties. But I'll come back to the old school pencil. I do like the softness on the edge that I can harness. There we go. And it gives just a sense of movement. Now, I want to do her hair like that. I'm kind of having fun because, like I said, this is moving. This feels like a very smooth, almost like a liquid pencil. And that's really kind of nice. It makes shading things incredibly now if I come here, now we check something real shady. We're going to just go with a slightly darker pencil and see if I like the dry. So I think I'm going. Oh, I think I'm liking the blood. Oh no, I'm liking the blood. It always impresses me when I can get digital art to look a little bit more like traditional art. Like this really looks and feels like something I would find in a sketchbook of mine at any given point. You know, the best part is I can go right back to my nice line work. So I can play with it. But I like the eyes. I really like what the pencil let me do for shading the eyes. Now let's, shall we be silly? Let's be silly. Yep. This is going to look so authentic and absolutely bland. Because this looks like I am coloring on manila paper. And I don't know about you, but I find it comforting. let's do one more. Not decided if I want her to be like a bit minute there. I was really thinking about my hair. Oh yeah, white hair, definite choice. Definitely a vibe. Definitely. I need to spend more time learning what I can do with these different brushes and things. But I also need to spend time just doing. Need it smaller. I know this is taking a lot of time, but at the same time, it's very cool. No, my wet pack, thank you. That's too small. I need my at 15 before. Yeah, 15 is still a little small, but having the control is not a bad idea either. A little bit of that. Anywhere else really requiring the white? I need to clean it up the white a little bit because I was throwing it on to see if I liked the way it was coming on, but it kind of interfered, so I have to come back here and darken up a few of these blacks, keep the lines that I want where I want them. Come back to this one. This white is a semi-trim color. Yeah, it's not bad. We'll do that. I cannot get over how traditional art this looks and feels. I mean, it really is, frankly, fantastical to me about how this really looks. Oh, went too far with that. Go. I'm going to put that on. That's black, that middle part. Now it's the decision time. Okay, you know, undo that. Oh. Yeah, gray in there. Right? So if we're just making pure black on black on black, when I go darker, like that. Yeah, I don't like that one. Alright. So, if I made that multiply, it took all the white away because I did that all on one layer. But it does look great. Okay. Brush is too big. Okay. she needs some color. She needs some pops of color. And add a new layer. Make it a multiply layer. And I'm going to grab my airbrush, I think. I'm going to do a few things. I'll do a bit of that. Not like that. That's going to give me justification for that. Boom. Now the hard stuff. What color do I want her base color to be skin-wise? Add another layer. Okay. Thinking if I go lilac, I don't know what color that's supposed to be. It looks like lilac or ultramarine red. And I make this a multiply layer. It'll give me the dark purple I'm looking for. And I'll airbrush it to keep it just a little smoother. Come back with a pencil for the light later. But now this needs to be way down because I need to make sure that it is under just about everything. There we go. Do this, which will keep the layering of that. It will be darker, and that's all right. This transition with it. Here, do we like this? That. How's that looking? Movies that debuted on June 8th. Ghost Runner, Ghostbusters, Gremlins, Ocean's 13. I mean, most of the Jurassic World domination. That's not a subtle playlist that you're putting there. I know the Conjuring movies did well. I'm not overly fond of them because they're a bit too gory for my tastes. But, you know, I'm not judging others. It's just not my jam. Well, they do. We'll do that way. Actually, no. Go back to the airbrush. Just small. Here. Smooth all this out So it keeps the texture light, bit of that light pale, but only a bit. Because I think this needs a little smoothing out. I may have to white all that. How's that looking? Well, looking interesting. I think it's looking interesting. I think we're getting somewhere with it. Oh, it's so nice though. Now, we're going to add this pinkish. That's pretty good. It's not bad. There we go. So, go back here, I think. Go back here. And go back to the pencil. I want more on this hair since I have it here. I may just have to come back with the black back over it to get the look I want. So, there we go. Come back with this. Just rebuild it a little bit. Still using the regular pencil. I should have probably switched to mechanical. Well, the good pencil. Yeah, we'll use that. I just figured out her eye color too, don't I? Feel that? There we are. That's not bad. Now let's really get in here and play a bit. Add a layer. Soft light. Let's go. And however you want the soft light on it. That definitely needs to be airbrushed. That needs to be some more. Yep. Okay, that's going to catch up into her hair, and I'm okay with that. Gets her more, makes her more interesting. I like that. Let's make her a little bit of a scene kid. Kinda. Doing that. I like the parts that are different. And Yeah, I do like this highlighting the it's really nice having a base layer to work with of color instead of having to go just on white, because that lets you do some things. Do we like her though? Obviously she has her flaws, but oh, big stretch, big stretch. Put a lot of work into this one. I'm not sure what I'm doing with it, but it's a lot of work, which means there's obviously some potential. No. I'm just trying a couple things real quick. That's good for a little bit more magic. She pops. Now, we can go here, blend mode. I think I may have a couple blank blend mode layers, but I don't think anybody's going to mind. We're going to go, start here. Whoops. Now, we're going to come back here with the airbrush. This, make her pop. Pop. What else I'm doing? I'm not really feeling the background vibe. Kind of like the disruption there. Gotta do it again. Just have to keep doing this till it works. Till I get what I want out of it. too bright. Well, like that. How's that looking? Eh. This is an interesting picture. I kind of like the way this one came out. I took my time and I played. I really played hard on this one. That's okay, you guys don't mind. Let's see. Dark. Elven Hostess awaits. We'll just do that for now. That'll come out pretty. I mean, like, I can't complain about it too much. I may pencil it in, I don't know. I also may try to see if I can't squeeze that into a magic card. You know what? Let's just have some fun with this. Brush size. That. Black. Oh. I see what happened there. I see what happened. Okay. We can tap this. This will be fine. Eraser. That's what I was worried about. That's not working. Okay. That's not working. The eraser is a little too potent. Let's try and see if I have not screwed. Haha. You like that? I think I like that. I think that came out well. Okay, cool. Save. Well, export. Single layer. Okay. Export single layer JPEG. NTF 61726. I'm done. Okay. This way it's done ahead of time. And whoops. I forgot to never mind furthermore, didn't I? That's fine. More. Yes. Okay, so we're set there. I only need one more. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is pause the music, run an ad, and then be back in a bit. Let's see, who needs an ad? And we're back. All right. Now I'm going to get Crash. Hi. Hi. Are you coming up? No? Okay. You're going to play at my feet. I have a Stuart. He's a boy. Okay. He's going to play at my feet for a bit. What should we work on next? Oh. Well, let's see. Do I have any of my dice with me? No. Okay. Well, we'll do it this way. We are going to do a random character design. We're going to do it old-fashioned way. So we're going to do this is one chart. Fighter, thief, cleric, mage, just because that's shorter than wizard. Earth, wind, fire, water, although that doesn't line up, fine. And F. Okay, cool. So what I am going to do is go to one of my random dice generators. I have many. I don't want simple dice. I want pretty dice. Did I get rid of my pretty dice? No, I didn't get rid of my pretty dice. And replace my pretty dice. Well, let's do this. Dice. Made with Unity, yes. I'm using an app, and we are doing this. We are add. No. Let me see. I want to change my dice. Why aren't you letting me change my dice? Okay. Cancel. Okay, this is not giving me what I want. I just wanted to roll my, you know what? Being things. And I think the program was frozen. Okay, fine. Something is wrong with the program. I'll use a different dice roller. Let's see. Okay. Number of dice. 4. Nope. Number of faces. 4. I'm going to roll the dice and go down the line. So that came up 1, 1, 3, 3. So 1, 1, 3, 3. So what we have is a human, okay, fighter, who is fire oriented, elementally, and is female. Okay, cool. Not a big jump from what I usually do, but at least it was random generated. Where's my race? I'll erase this part. You guys who are here know why she came to be. Okay, I'm here. Okay, fine. Go down to something manageable later. I'm going to need you. All right, so human, fighter, female, fire-oriented. Okay. Am I just starting in 0? Am I just rocking in 0? Is that how this is going to go? It could. It could. I'm going to go, whoa, chill, dude. From Dan Halfield. So let's draw this up. Fighter. Okay. With a female fire live. So first we gotta get the hips. Female spines. Do we want these? No. There. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Am I throwing some foreshortening out there? Am I really throwing some foreshortening out there? Let's see. Much. Do this just to make life a little easier to track. She's there. She should be couched here. Okay. Now that if she is couched like that, she needs a wide stance, which is going to force me to do things I'm not good at. Just foreshortening. It's okay, it's still a sketch layer. Did I actually help? Do that. Go here, we can go here. Disarm this hand figure. We do that. I mean, this is incredibly Legend of the Female General coded. And I'm pushing it a little harder than I usually do. Okay. now I'm just breaking that off. Do I like that? Yes. Well, she's fire-oriented. Okay, it was all fun and games till the Fire Nation attacked. Decide what I want. Add some motion lines. Now, we have that. A little bit of addition to it. There we go. Do one of these. Yeah, I kind of like that. Also simplifies things. Just have to figure out how I want her armor to look. This. We're just getting our groove. Guess that's added her chest piece. And to the people who don't put Nick, it's supposed to be fire oriented. Oh, there'll be fire. There will be fire. I just have to shrink her slightly, because my paper. Like, well, wrong tool. We're going to do this. That was the wrong. That wasn't the grabber. That was. Whoop, whoop. And we hit it because I did it wrong. Pow! That's a little better. Notch her down just a bit. Pick her up just a bit. Let's move her to this side of the page. Because that looks better. Oh, still too high. Shrink that a little bit more. There we go. I don't want to shrink her much more. Hit okay. This is a good pose because we've got wait, no, that shouldn't be that way. That should be motionalized there. Motionalized there. There we go. Not bad. Okay, do we like this as a vague construct? Yes. That. Throw some grooves on top. Oh, we're getting somewhere. All right, we can pull this down so it's nice and gray. We can go up a level. We can hit black. We're going to work on this. And anybody who wants to wade in or have a conversation, go ahead. Because remember, we are doing the component of this, the intention, is a female fighter, female human fighter, who has attributes of fire, that it's a little kind of flame shape, and I'm using very bold, very simple lines because I think it fits well to have them accentuate the movements, not oops. And I'm rocking, how big is this, a 17? I'm rocking a truly massive marker in this drawing, but I just can't fail to see the benefit of the very whiteboard energy that this is putting out. I can breathe while I draw, theoretically. I've never been able to, but theoretically I should be able to. I know this is a much more animation adjacent style. It's much simpler. It's much more aggressive. How does this look? This one very much makes me miss my wife right now, which is funny because she's just at work. I'll see her in a couple hours. If I was really desperate, I could hop in the car and go see her. While I'm trying to give Xander downtime. Do that. There we go. Do that just to give a little more sense to what we're seeing. See, do I like her though? Oh, you're coming. Sorry guys, I've been trucking along. Good morning. Good morning, Emily. How are you, my dear? How long ago was that? That was only 3 minutes, so you're probably still in. I'll stop and I'll show you what we've done thus far. I started today because I'm going to be doing a huge art program Tuesday. I wanted to make sure I had these done in case my hands were spastic Wednesday. So banged out this because it's based on a cloud feature I saw around sunset, I want to say yesterday, the day before. And then I belted her out. I really like how she came out. I was, playing with using like pencil-looking pencils. And then I actually randomly rolled a human female fighter whose element is fire. So I have to add some severe whooshery. I haven't decided if this is a cultivation world or not. Would explain a lot, or if she's just that good. My hands need work, but right now I was working on a specific problem I have, which is trying to push the picture, to push the pose just a little harder, make it more dynamic. It's still fairly stationary, but yes, we have. Yeah. Very much Legend of the Female Emperor kind of energy. Like that? I kind of like that. Let's lose this and see how she looks. Okay. So what kind of armor she has. Just simplify that. Okay. What colors does she use? I don't know. I don't know if I really want to color this one, because I need to practice my black and white art anyway. Helps to keep my picture on frame. Of course, if I were to take the time to color her, which would not be a bad life choice, it wouldn't be too large because she's not a complex figure. Let's think about it. Let's just think about it. Let's do this like it would look if I were doing it in a comic, which well, no. Okay, close that. There we go. If I've done that right, I should be able to still. Almost. Almost. There we are. Now we can have this here. Go. Something like. Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. On the wrong tool. I need to zero brush. That's why I started looking really funny. Not done this right. Let's do that. I know I already have to fix that end piece. That. Do that. And the neat thing is, I'm leaving lots of wiggle room so that I can come back in and do additional art to it. I can trick it. Now we're getting some. This, oh god, this feels very old school to me. It's kind of flashbacky. Bigger pen. There we go. So much black work for a simple piece. Let me just tighten up. Walking just a bit. This is sharpen the blade while I'm here. filling this part, which means I need to use this just a bit, which is fine. This is not bad for something very cartoony, very quick. I really can't complain too much about it. Trust me, I wish I could. Okay. Now we'll come back to where we were. It's 15. Darken some bits. Just adding some detail to the armor. Makes it look just a little more three-dimensional. It makes it look no, because that part's covered. Then, there we go. There we go. Just need to get the flames to flare a little more. What would I go here? The fun thing about what I am doing is, even though, again, I'm deliberately keeping this simple and fast, I'll worry about the whoosh later. May not need the whoosh. Do we like that? Any thoughts? No? No thoughts? No problem. Nope. Want to keep it hard lined. So honestly, if I do a I don't know, graphic novel would probably be the best way to describe it. It would probably be in a style similar to this. And this is definitely very how my art tends to be coded when I am doing like RPG books. I like the art to be not just easy to understand, but approachable. I kind of want people who see my art to think, I can do that. When they think that, I hope they'll do it themselves. Don't know if they need an opponent or if this is just a good enough image of the Lady General situation. Maybe another layer, just because I'm playing. that. And we'll just erase the white line right there. Erase the white line here. And erase the white line here. See, I think that looks pretty badass. Pretty tough. Pretty good. I'll do a little bit of line work here. Both on the shadows and on materials. Oh, no, that should have been there. I see what I did wrong. Wrong line. Well, I'm working on the wrong layer. That's okay. This is definitely one I can merge the layers on. There we go. Whoop. Good. Black. And I need a marker. I need to. So yeah, human female fire whose fire elemental is kind of coming along towards where I want her to be. Let me see. Oh, back to white and go a bit smaller. Let's do a little bit of work right here, probably. No, right here. One change this thing. Oh, the spirit. So I am definitely getting close to being done with it. Not bad. Not bad. This looks cool. We're getting there. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I like that name too. I like that name. Up he lives. Oh. I just heard a little man thumping around, so I need to wrap this up, but we will call this right now, file, save as Lady. General Lady General Ashlyn Cinderwell. Tell me that's not a great name to pull on my derriere, folks. That's 3 L's. Human fighter. Female. I don't need to write that. I'm going to do this for now. I'm going to save this. I realized I forgot to sign off on it, and I very much need to, because there's going to be another version of this besides Nevermind the Furthermore. Why can't that? Excuse me? Probably should have put it inside. Actually, I should. I should put it inside the square. It'll look better. Then come back to her. Come back to her? Oops. Yeah, that's too detailed for this. So that's fine. Well, I'll come back to her. I'll do other versions of her, but I like that. I'm going to save this again. Boom. I'm going to export the ping. Bam. And then I'm going to, of course, for now, never mind. I know it's a black. And it's off the page, but File. Export single layer JPEG. NTF 619. Oops. 619. 26. Okay. Okay. So, quick wrap up for anybody coming in at the end. We did a lovely cloud-based image. I cut and messed around with drawing and pencil style and did some neat stuff with her. And now we have Lady Ashlyn Cinderwell, Lady General Ashlyn Cinderwell, a fire elemental adjacent fighter. I think that came out very well. I like the image. And I'm proud of myself because I forced myself to do a little bit of forced perspective. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit a stop on the music and we're going to run an ad or two. Let's see.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I am Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art Army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Helps if I'm actually here, huh? All right, guys. Thank you for a very manic Monday. Thanks to folks who stick around the whole time. We can expect more stuff later. And you finally get a peek at old Dustifer here. Dusty's doing his thing. But, guys, I want you to keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too, and hope I may see some of you Tuesday at the Benton County Public Library. If not, I'll see you Wednesday for another Art Time with Nick, for a little bit of free, fun drawing time, that is. Anyway, toodle.